Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. My wife, 28, has cheated on me, 28, advice first time here, but I need help before I lose it. So if you're reading this with advice, I truly appreciate it. My wife and I have been together for almost 7 years and married for 6. We have 2 children and I can't lose my family. To get into things, my daughter isn't biologically mine. When my wife was 19, she got pregnant by her boyfriend at the time. So she's been a mother for 8.5 years and has been with me since she left her ex. During the early stages of us dating, I ended up finding out that she cheated on me because she had a lapse of judgment with a childhood friend that she used to hook up with before she became a mother. We got past it. Fast forward to our son being born 1.5 years ago and she had major postpartum depression during breastfeeding stages. After she stopped breastfeeding, I tried like hell to take care of anything the kids needed to keep the pressure off of her. In doing so, I unknowingly paid too less attention to her and she became distant from me. Since then, she's started bettering herself by going to the gym and working on her physical and mental health. Well, hot girl summer is here. She hasn't let me prove myself to be better yet, and now she states that she hasn't been single since high school and wants to have fun. I started letting girls' night become a common occurrence, and then the longtime friend found his way into her DMs. Since he contacted her, they have hooked up more than once. She says that there are no feelings involved. She just wants to do her own thing right now and figure out what she truly wants because she doesn't want to feel like she's settling the rest of her life. She says that she would be mostly okay if we aren't able to work things out and she has to be a single mom, but I know that there is plenty worth saving here and that I can show her true happiness. We still have sex occasionally but we try to leave serious conversation to a minimum. I know that I sound extremely weak by sticking through this, but the only way I can think of it is that however long she spends not getting my attention is how long she may need to get whatever it is out of her system so that we can make this work. I love my wife more than anything and I don't see any part of my future without her in it. It isn't about staying together for the kids or anything. I just want to show her that this marriage is worth everything and more, but I feel like I'm slowly losing myself by having so much love for her but not being able to prove it daily. Any advice is welcome, thanks in advance. Call a lawyer for your options. Protect your money. DNA test your kid, STD test for yourself. Do not bear false witness for her. She had cheated twice, seems more than willing to go it alone. At this point, if you stick around in this marriage, every moment of doubt, pain, anxiety and heartbreak is on you, not her. Are you good with that? I know that there is plenty worth saving here. This is brutal, but you need to hear it. There is no nice way to say this, but you are wrong. There is nothing in your marriage worth saving. Your so-called wife has already ripped your marriage to shreds, threw it in a trash can, spit on it, pissed on it, set it on fire, and is using the flames as candlelight to have sex with other men. You need to wake up, pull your head out of the sand, and accept the reality that the person you thought you were married to is long gone. Honestly, I doubt she ever existed. She was a facade and not even a very good one. From your story, she showed early on who she really was, and you turned a blind eye to it. This is who she is. I understand you don't want to lose your wife, but this woman has no desire to be your wife. She just looks like the person you hoped you had married. You need to stop focusing on proving your love to your wife because 1, she doesn't want it, and 2, you need to focus on loving yourself and your son. Lawyer up, STI test for you, DNA test for your son, find therapy, and focus on being the best father you can. And for all that is holy, stop having sex with this woman before you catch something permanent. There is nothing worth saving. She will do it again and you'll be a far stronger single father mentally than always worrying if she's cheating and why you're not good enough to be faithful to. Good grief man, grow a spine. This is probably the most blatant story of if I submit to her, she'll come back I think I've read on this sub. Your wife despises you, and rightly so. She is acting like a child whose parents give her no boundaries and give her anything she pleases. And you understand why she had depression during breastfeeding, don't you? I mean, have you thought about it? Because it took 2 seconds for me to figure it out. You may be thinking from your heart and your story should be the poster boy story as to why that is the worst thing to do. She's shown you who she really is. You say you don't want to lose her. The fact is you can't lose something that's already gone. She's not the wife you married. Leave her at once. But mark my words, she will be back once her summer bang fest is over. Do not take her back. If you do, you'll be sending a message that says despite the enormous pain your cheating has caused me, I'll always take you back. Do you want to send that message? Is this the kind of wife/marriage you want? Start standing up for yourself and nip this in the bud. Good luck. Your wife has made her choice. You need to respect that and let her loose. This way you can focus on yourself and your kids. Let her know she needs to get child support from the first dad, but you may be on the hook for her as well. Since she's openly disrespecting the marriage, you and the family, she's saying to the world you are not more important than her. She doesn't love you or her family, just herself. Focus on doing what's best for you and the kids, because she won't. All the best. Sorry you are here. She has no respect for you or the relationship. Because you have no respect for yourself. She is doing what she wants because you allow her to. She overstepped the boundaries of your marriage due to her selfishness. Even if you let her go off and have an open relationship, she will use you as a babysitter and never come back to you. She has moved on and so should you. Read Dr. Robert Glover, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Quit calling her infidelity a lapse in judgment. It was not. She made intentional choices. Quit making excuses for her. You have made major errors to date. You have allowed her misconduct. You seem interested in reconciliation, although I don't know why. She has repeatedly chosen this friend over your relationship, marriage. You should contact a divorce lawyer. However, if you reject the better advice, I suggest that you throw a bucket of cold water over her head. I would tell her that she had her fun long ago. It's why she has a daughter that you generously treat as your own. Fun time is over. Would she be okay as a single mother? Call her bluff. She cuts off all contact with the AP immediately, no more girls' nights, open phones, open email, no unexplained absences. Tell her your son will be DNA paternity tested. STD test panels for both of you. If she doesn't agree, tell her to leave. And then go file for divorce. Update on my situation from a while ago. Update. Previous post. So over the last few months, I've battled with my wife cheating, lying, manipulating, and prioritizing partying with friends over her family. It's taken a huge toll on my mental and physical health. I've developed severe anxiety and have become a massive overthinker. I've cried, I've lost around 30 pounds, and I've lost myself. Since my last post, I've started therapy and it's helped me some to be able to vent about everything. Late this past week, I mentioned to my wife that I can't keep enabling her to do the things she's been doing and that she needed to prepare to live somewhere else. She has been in therapy as well, but she's also been counterproductive with her therapy because she's still doing all of her bad habits and it's worse now than before. I think it's been hard for her to take me seriously over this weekend, considering the amount of times that I let her run over me in hopes that I would see a better person come out the other side of all of this. As much as I wanted to keep my family together, I couldn't continue letting her take advantage of me and manipulate me, and I also can't continue letting her toxicity and narcissism be in the house around our kids. So I've repeated myself multiple times over the past couple of days that she is no longer welcome to live in my house. I'm not sure how everything will go for now because her name isn't on the deed at all, but I think it's still considered a marital asset. Regardless, I gave my wife the chance multiple times and told her that if she wanted to be able to live here with this family, she would have to immediately cut her bad habits off and prove daily that she is trying to fix her issues and show proof daily that she isn't doing any cheating, flirting, or anything. But that option wasn't good enough for her. As of about an hour ago, she packed some bags and left to go stay somewhere else. I have no idea who she is staying with or what kind of environment she's in. I'll always worry about her safety and care about whether or not she's getting herself into a bad situation, but I know that the decision to make her leave is the best choice for my kids and myself. I'm not sure about what advice to expect from this, or if I just wanted to vent and ask for best wishes for me to keep my strength up throughout these next steps. TLDR, my wife hasn't changed and has gotten worse. I've made her leave the house, and my whole life has changed, and I'm trying to stay positive for my kids. Get a lawyer and get separation and custody agreements in place. File for divorce. You can stop it if she ever pulls her head out of her ass. But I think you'll find separation will bring you peace that's been missing from your life for months. I don't think this dude is capable of following advice. If you read his last post, he has only gotten worse from there. You're partially right. At the time of my last post, all I wanted was for people to sympathize with me. I let my wants overtake my needs for a very long time and couldn't do what needed to be done. And I told myself that I wasn't going to update my story here unless I had grown enough to take advice, put myself first, and do what needs to be done. Okay, you kicked her out of your home. Now keep her out. Change the locks ASAP. You don't want her showing up when you're not around. Start the divorce proceedings. You need to fight for majority custody. She has steamrolled you before and she'll try it again. Stay focused on your kids and divorcing your cheating wife. Good luck. Nobody has to ask for a divorce. He should just get a lawyer and file himself. Hopefully he lives in an at-fault state. Here in Virginia, if adultery can be proven, there's no spousal support. GA is at fault as well, so even if I had to get an investigator to pull records or anything, I'm sure that I won't have to worry about anything at the time of divorce. Just wait. Reality will set in for her. She will come back apologizing and promising she's changed. Don't buy it. It's because the reality of her situation will start crashing in because you hold her to the consequences of her actions. Stay strong. If you reconsider your position and allow her back, draw hard red lines, and when she crosses them, put her out. I'd suggest you already know she's not really going to change, but I also understand love and holding out hope. Good luck. In a perfect world, she realizes how temporary her friends and partying is and prioritizes her mental health and her family. But even if that were to happen, I'm in no way holding out hope for us as a couple, because everything that she would have to do to prove herself to me would just make her want to be rebellious again. I'd rather lose our relationship forever and see her come out and be a decent mother to my kids. The reason this has been so hard on you and the reason why you've lost yourself is because for some reason you put more value on her and her happiness than your own. You see no value in yourself, only her and what you can do for her. Do you think she values you the same way you value her? You've made her your whole identity and now you're lost because she's gone. Was she ever really there? Cheating in the beginning and now cheating in the end. It's twice as bad now because you weren't strong enough and didn't value your happiness enough to drop her the first time this happened. Now you're gonna drag innocent kids through a mess because of your weakness. The good news is that you can turn this around. You can become strong. But you have to choose that, probably for the first time in your life. You don't know how, so you'll have to fake it till you make it. But it's time to start putting yourself first. I'm definitely putting myself first now. Well, my kids first but me second. Our daughter is old enough to see issues now, so some things will have to be explained to her. But luckily my son is still a toddler, so I'm hoping he won't notice much until she becomes a better mother. Just divorce her. She wants to live a single life, let her. If you think she can be a good mother, go for joint custody, but if not, ask for full custody of the kids. Did you adopt her first child? Did she bring the kid with her when she left? Stay strong. Don't reconcile if she decides to come back. You can do better. She likes to party, but I wouldn't just label her as an unfit mother when she actually does spend time with the kids. So I wouldn't try to keep her from my son unless she gave me a reason to think that he wouldn't be taken care of under her supervision. I have not adopted the first child. She's been in my life for 7 of her 8 years. I don't have any rights and she isn't my blood, but she's still my daughter. She is going to be staying at my wife's parents' house because they've agreed to help take care of her, and I told them that any time she wants to come home with me she's more than welcome to. How does your wife's parents feel about their daughter and her need to put cheating and partying above family? They've been on my side and completely against her through all of it. They won't even let her pull into the driveway of their house, much less give her a place to stay. They're very strict in their religious beliefs and they've been extremely ashamed of her. But they know that I will still be there for my daughter, even if she isn't mine biologically. So they have my back. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.